The government at the center has congratulated the 47th President of the United States of America, Mr. Donald Trump. The congratulatory message was passed in a statement by the spokesperson of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Mr. Kim Tuesday. The federal government stressed the strong and historic ties between the two nations, highlighting their shared cooperation in areas such as good governance, sustainable development, and the fight against terrorism and violent extremism. The statement expressed Nigeria's commitment to strengthening its strategic partnership with the United States under President Trump's leadership, intending to advance the interest and well being of both nations' citizens. Meanwhile, the federal government said all visa applications will be made online at the latest by 1st of March. The man that calls the shot at the Ministry of Interior, Dr. Olubumi Tujuju, not as known, he said there is also now a centralized visa approval center that has merged the visa rate to ensure uniformity, enhance national security, and reduce corruption. The minister reiterated the existence of a harmonized data center at the Bola Ahmed Tinubu Technology Innovation Complex, domiciled at the headquarters of the Nigerian Immigration Service in Abuja. The governor of the state known as the heartbeat of the nation, Edo, Mr. Monday Okweolu, this Tuesday, sworn in six commissioners into the state's executive council and assigned their portfolios. The secretary to the state government, Mr. Omar Ikila, made this known in a statement. According to him, Mr. Paul Bano is assigned to the Ministry of Information and Communication, Washington Osifo will take charge of the Ministry of Water Resources and Energy, among others. He said all commissioners are expected to resume duties in ministries immediately. In response to the tragic petrol tanker fire disaster at Diko Junction in Niger State, the National Emergency Management Agency (NEMA) has distributed food, non-food items, and medical supplies in order to support the treatment of injuries and provide relief to the affected families. NEMA's Director General, Mrs. Zubaida Omar, who made this known, said the intervention was in line with President Bola Tinubu's directive and the federal government's commitment to assisting the community in recovering from the disaster. NEMA's Director General, Mrs. Omar, while sympathizing with the community, assured that NEMA would coordinate comprehensive efforts to aid their recovery. Mrs. Omar also stressed the need for communities to prioritize disaster preparedness and proactive measures to safeguard lives and property. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited (NNPC Limited) has said that the fire incident at its Buguma wellhead 008 was directly caused by the activities of pipeline vandals attempting to compromise the Christmas tree and steal crude oil. A statement by the firm's spokesperson, Ms. Olufemi Shuneye, this Tuesday described the incident as an unfortunate act of sabotage. The sabotage, according to Mr. Shuneye, had resulted in severe damage to the well's back pressure value, reflecting a disturbing pattern of repeated attacks on wellheads in the zone. He reaffirmed the company's commitment to support communities affected by the destructive activities, adding that it will continue to provide necessary relief efforts to mitigate the impact on those affected. The government of the power state, Niger, has distanced itself from metal, stating on and farmers to register, describing it as fraudulent. The secretary to the state government, Abubakar Osman, stated that the portal was created by suspected fraudsters seeking to exploit Governor Mohamed Bago's effort to promote agriculture and youth empowerment in the state. Mr. Osman clarified that government has not launched any such registration portal and warned residents to report any suspicious links or information about the fraudulent scheme to relevant security agencies. The SSG advised the public to avoid submitting personal information and fraudulent portals and remain vigilant against similar schemes exploiting the name of the state government. The attention of the current administration has now shifted to the 17-kilometer Sango Ijoko Road. Governor Dapo Abiodun, who instructed contractors to the site immediately, said the road will be divided into two to allow its quick completion. He also added that the 3.25 kilometers Alagbole Akute Road in Ifo local government will be ready for commissioning by the end of February. Mr. Governor made this known during the inspection of roads under construction in Ifo constituency. constituency. The Ogun State government in advancing its technical education sector by rehabilitating 8 technical colleges into centers of excellence. This initiative, aimed at standardizing technical and vocational education, equips students with industry-relevant skills through modern machinery and tools. As part of the Ogun State Economic Transformation Project (OCSTEP), a World Bank-supported initiative, significant progress has been made in upgrading the technical colleges. During a site visit to the Government Science and Technical College in Ijebu-Ode, the State Commissioner for Finance and Chief Economic Advisor, who also serves as chairman of OCSTEP Project Steering Committee, Mr. Dapo Okubadejo, commended the quality and pace of the rehabilitation works. OCSTEP's scope extends beyond education, which grants also supporting the agricultural and business enabling environment sectors. According to OCSTEP project coordinator Mrs. Mosun Odusi, the state government has invested in upskilling teachers and fostering partnership with local industries to ensure students and teachers gain practical hands-on experience. She added that the upgraded facilities would not only benefit students but also serve as a platform for industries to train and upgrade their workforce. The Pilgrims Welfare Board has announced the commencement of sales of forms and other necessary documentation for intending pilgrims for the 2025 Holy Pilgrimage to Mecca and Medina. The executive secretary of the board, Alhaji Taiwo Ajibola, made this known in a statement, advising all intending pilgrims to pay an initial Hajj deposit of 8 million naira pending fair approval of the Hajj Fair by the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria. He added that all intending pilgrims who have obtained forms are to obtain forms should complete it and submit to the board, along with photocopies of payment receipts, 10 colored passport photograph with white background, photocopies of certificate of origin, international passport, and photocopy of data page with photocopy of NIN certificate for the Inter-Regional African Ministerial Meeting. The meeting is expected to be declared open by Gambian President Mr. Adama Barrow this Tuesday. The event with the aim of consolidating a vision and strengthening cooperation at the regional level. It will bring together ministers of sport from the African continent, the bureau of the night session of the Conference of Parties to the Inter-Regional Organizations, as well as experts and key stakeholders. That was the news across Nigeria and OGBC packaged by Adibimpe Wahab. For exclusive programs and the latest news updates, visit our website at ogunradio.ng. Follow us on Facebook at Ogun Radio at Belkuta and on X at OGBC 905 FM. You can also listen to OGBC on the Radio Garden.